More enemies!
Array crimson red.
How long do you need? It's done. Good job. I approve. Once again, the Shiranite Nexus focused yours and my powers. As a piece of high-purity Shiranite, it should survive its intended function. But do not get too adventurous. Someone might get worried. Someone must stay here and keep the blight miasma away from Wuliu, so you can focus on your mission. Is there anyone more qualified than me?
Then we'll be counting on you.
Now this is the Yinglong Pass that lives up to its name. Talk to Arcane and check her preparations for battle. I believe she made some progress. The North Wulian exclusion gate is open. This will be a good time to go. Wait! Are you just going to turn around and leave? Got nothing to say? Good. Now go.
The lost and the fated. Can we still hold on to them at all?
The Sirenite Nexus is ready. The North Wuling exclusion gate is open. Once the forces are mustered, we can set off. I had Summit prepare a few things that might help. You can go talk to him now.
Edme, could you come here for a second?
Unexpected supplies over there. Let's inspect them for safety first.
Understood. Allow me to assist.
We Yinglong spent years charting this place and found some useful resources in the zone. Some natural minerals can actually exist as gases and exhibit rather unique properties and functions. Yinglong has a few tech for processing these mineral gases. Our task leader told me to sort and transfer them to you. For our North Wuling exclusion zone campaign, the tech will come in useful.
Endman, I'm en route to Yinglong Pass. How fares the mission? Did the proxy complete the ritual?
The Shirenite Nexus has been augmented. We're waiting for you.
Excellent. Be patient. We'll be there shortly. Everyone, our main force is now in place.
Yo, we meet again.
Endman! the very large rift, and the science station. I never knew I will ever come back.
Maybe this time, we'll really get to rebuild our home.
Every watchguard in Tianshi signed up. We had to limit the number of our volunteers. We drew lots to choose who'd stay behind and protect Wuling. Tianshi Ximo is still a little sad about his pull. So, we shall bring their blessings and hopes with us into the zone. We're finally heading back.
The Endfield crisis team and I shall lead the way.
Just how did you fall this far? Adashi.
Hold your breath.
It's getting colder.
I remember this road, when it looked better than this.
We have arrived.
These ruins were once Wuling's.
No. Even now, they remain part of Wuling. It is the weeping wound in every Wulinger's heart. The missing half torn from our side.
Today, we shall retake that missing half of Wuling.
This position is too close to the very large rift. Some blight masses have changed a lot with time.
The Blight Miasma. The miasma covers almost the entirety of the zone. Even the Tianshi could not survive for long within it.
This is far more severe than what we saw at Yinglong Pass. We must figure out a way to overcome it.
This is why I'm here. Could you repeat the plan, Tianshi?
First, we'll need a sentry base. The Tianshi will raise our first Tianshi pillar there. Lady Si has cleared up the nearby miasma. The Yinglongs have verified a suitable location.
Follow me.
Since that incident 10 years ago, this is Wuling's largest operation in the zone.
Everyone looks really serious.
10 years of waiting. I know the pain that can bring. Let's go and see how we can help, Endman. The Tianshi seem to be ready.
This is really impressive.
It's done. The first step to retaking our homes. Endman, the Tianshi pillar array has been deployed successfully. The drones are operating well. They can monitor the zone from a safe distance. Arcane and her Yinglong Special Task Force are scouting out the miasma. Hope things go well for them. Once the information report is done, we can officially verify our course of action. You're right. Memories did bring me here, but not for the sake of sentimentality. Endman, do you remember that crying girl? This is a day that the girl looked forward to. Countless times she imagined it, just so she could wipe her tears and move onwards. But when the day finally comes, she must once again weigh the lives of the many on the scales.
You're doing good enough already. And I thought you promised that we'd do this side by side.
I suppose I did.
Tianzhuang, data compilation is complete. We've got miasma and clusters of blight shades along the road. And the worst thing is, we've picked up rift reactions.
Rift.
On countless occasions, the rifts blocked the Yinglongs, preventing them from getting deeper into the zone. However, things are now very different. Tell everyone that our operation starts here. Lethal blight miasma now blankets most of the North Wuling exclusion zone. The very large rift lies beyond that gorge. We need to cross it to achieve mission success. Arcane and the Yinglongs shall be our vanguards and sweep aside the obstacles of this operation.
The Endfield Crisis Team shall assist the Yinglongs. The Administrator and Shiranite Nexus are the keys to this operation.
Yes. Based on the new data, we must take Tanjian Hall, Shiranite Research Labs, and the Celestial Column. They're perfect positions for deploying our sentry base. There are miasma-emitting rifts along the way. You can use the Shiranite Nexus to suppress them, and the Yinglong's facilities can help as well. Once the miasma dissipates, my Tianshi and I shall escort the Tianshi Pillar to the front line and deploy a new sentry base. Our final step is to create a path to the very large rift. A bridge shall be built at the Shiranite Research Labs to overcome the final obstacle. I hereby name this Operation Homecoming. The path ahead may challenge us, but it is the path that leads us home. Together, we shall seal the very large rift so that every displaced Wulinger can rebuild their homes.
Home. Let's go! We've been preparing for this very day!
Yeah, we have the best support ever!
Endman, once again, I shall look to your guidance as you take the lead. Are you ready? You've offered Wuling so much help. Perhaps Wuling is not just a home for Wulingers, but for us.
Has Arcane called us yet? She's moving really slow today.
You sound worried about her.
Not being able to help makes me feel bad.
The Tianshi will focus on building the sentry base. Until Arcane returns, they might appreciate your help.
Sounds like a great idea. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. Let's go and see who needs help.
Stay vigilant. This operation is no cakewalk. Edmund? Oh, I suppose my boss sent you here? I don't know anyone who's more stressed out than she is. She never changes. Always thinking about others. Wish she could give herself a break. No worries. Nothing much going on here. My watchguards will keep the perimeter safe. Oh, and then, I think my boss might need your... Well, I guess you already given her a huge break by patrolling on her behalf. Just doing what I'm expected to. Boss feels a lot safer with you around. Things will get serious real soon. Chen, try to keep it together.
Always ready for action.
With Team Endfield on our side, the Rift and the Zone will be non-issue soon enough. All's good on my side. Feel free to check the other places, Emin.
A cry? What happened?
I'm so sorry, Supreme Chief. I didn't see your tail. It hurts like hell. Watch it, girl. We're barely there and you've messed up 10 times. The dark mask! What a coincidence. So, why are you here? Shh! Keep it down! If the Mad Woman finds me here, she'll go crazy again! Anyway, heard that you were ending the very large rift for good. So I, the Supreme Chief of Qingwu, decided to help! Captivating, huh? Enough! I'm not here to help the Wulingers. 10 years ago, that blighted gash really wrecked us. Qingwu Stockade is not gonna let that slide. That stupid rift is why my stockade and Wuling City got into such a mess. So I, Chief Tang Tang, I'm gonna permakill this big stinger and return peace to the stockade.
Permakill? How do you permakill a rift?
Apologies. I tried explaining things to her, but Chief's idea of a rift might be a little different than the actual one. Chief also said, if Big Bro Ran Yi lived to see this day, he might... Stop talking about me already. Anyway, I won't cause the Mad Woman any trouble. You have my word. Hey! Why don't you talk to the hotbot boss over there? He looks troubled.
Got it. Thank you, Tung Tung.
Why thank me? It's what I do. Don't forget that I'm your chief, Dark Mask.
Say, do you think Mifu knew that Tang Tang...
She probably noticed, but chose not to say anything about it.
I don't get it. Anyway, let's see what Uncle Pan is worried about.
Where should we go next?
Look at your signboard and the countertop. I could hardly recognize it.
What is this place?
Oh, Admin, you're here. A small apiary. Food was just okay, but their osmanthus brew was magical. The aroma took me in, and I got to meet Olsen. That was the start of a 10-year friendship.
Is Olsen...
Olsen spent his entire life running the apiary. I visited this place daily when I was young. A cask of coal and 2 appetizers were enough to brag and boast hours away. I used to tell everyone that I, Pan Yuan, would be the one to end the rift. People in the star would just laugh and ask if I was going to hack it to pieces with a cleaver. Only that old Sin didn't laugh. He even said that if I pull it off, he'd open a special vintage to celebrate. He knew I had a thirst for coal. Well, I'm here. The 8-Ray and Co are here too. But Ocean, you're really missing the show. And I made a promise to my old friend that we'd seal the rift. This cask is the only thing I found in its place. The seal held pretty nicely. I guess I was just blowing hot air. I don't deserve the call.
No one can seal the very large rift alone. But you should pay your debts to Old Sen, since you owe him.
Very well said. Gotta settle the business myself. All this waiting made me a lazy bum. That's it. Yeah, you bugly rift. 10 blinded years. 10! Your old man Japan is gonna end you.
Isn't that Li Zhuyan and Li Feng?
Impossible.
But I can follow Captain Mi around.
For anything zone-related, the Watchguards will follow the Yinglong's command.
What happened?
Nothing. I might have overstepped my boundaries. Can't blame Task Leader Arcane for that.
The boy wants to find his parents' belongings.
Yeah.
Say, you two actually know each other?
Wuling was short on resources back then. The only medical facility was an emergency clinic. The surviving children know each other pretty well.
That's why I'm asking. Everyone's contributing while I've been made to wait. I can't even get my parents...
It's all right. Once Jianshu Zhuang's plans are completed, you'll get to return to the zone.
Chen is right. For now, maybe it's best you stay at the sentry base and help out.
I understand, but... Apologies. I got ahead of myself. I'll head back and help.
Do you still remember what this area used to be?
This area? Sorry. My memories are fuzzy.
I remember. There was a bun shop that children loved. Across from it was a courtyard where the grown-ups played mahjong. If you accidentally kicked a ball into the courtyard, they'd cuss you out till your ears rang. Visit them again the next day, and they'd give you a bag of sweets.
That does ring a bell.
You were the youngest, and the most terribly injured. I thought you'd never make it. But you did it, and you're living life to the fullest. Your achievements are no less than mine.
So, you and the Endmen will succeed, right?
When we do, everyone who witnessed the tragedy will be allowed to return and find the things they had lost.
Yeah.
Arcane, while you weren't around, Jianshu Zhuang planned the operation.
I know. The Yinglongs have identified a path to enter the heart of the zone. Miasma concentration is way higher. The ruins are sinking, and the geography is hostile. We also have...
Blight shades?
Yes. As the very large rift becomes more active, Blightshade manifestations become increasingly abnormal.
So that's why you turned down Li Feng. You were worried that he might face blight shades of his parents.
He was too young. The disaster gave him only sorrow, instead of hate and denial. One cannot simply fight the blight or blight shades with blunt force or violence. You also need a powerful will. Furthermore, we're uncertain about how the zone may have changed.
Things we should keep in mind. Endman, I believe this calls for a more prudent approach.
We should press forward and be watchful of the surroundings.
Arcane! Your wounds still haven't healed.
I'm good.
Why do you insist on pushing yourself?
I said, I'm all right. A short break is all I need.
Tianxia Pillar. How long has it been left here?
8 years ago, instructors Shore and Jewel were the first to arrive here. It was our first survey after the miasma settled. Surveyors after them treated the pillar as a marker and called it the boundary. It is the starting point of most missions and the final refuge for many Yinglongs. Every Yinglong knows that beyond this point lies a land that eats people alive. It has witnessed the life and death of numerous Yinglongs. And it shall see how it all ends. Send them on their way.
Initiate recon.
Together, people!
Formation in place. Strike at the
Now we'll need to deal with these obstacles.
Can't you just blast them apart with your weapons?
The local area feels structurally unsound. I advise against that.
So what now? Do we have to carry them off one piece at a time?
Arcane, have you reached the boundary?
Yes, a collapsed facility is blocking the road.
That is consistent with our visual intel. Yenning is arriving at your location. She'll handle the obstacles.
I finally caught up. Here, Fang Yi told me to give you these.
Parts for the Aero Salvager. The plan is back on schedule.
Yeah, Fang Yi told me Supervisor Perlica requested these. They can be used if the ambient miasma makes drones inoperable.
And they came at a time of serious need.
So let's get this problem sorted out ASAP. Crossing the boundary is when the real battle begins.
I think the Endman's catching some rest. Long distance crafting. Aero salvager requires gas.
All set. So, craft the salvager with canisters and parts, right? Right on it.
Time to move the obstacles aside.
The salvager must be activated. This step is mandatory.
We can now press forward. But can the Tianshu pillar fit through this trail?
Once the miasma dissipates, the main force can use machinery to clear a path.
Instructors, my dear seniors, this may be the last time. This will no longer be the final resting place of the Yinglongs.
If the boundary is the starting point of many missions, then you must have been here many times.
Yes. After every mission, the list of names to remember only grows longer. My name should have been on it a long time ago.
Why are you thinking like that?
Since the day I was saved, I felt as though I never really left the zone.
You're like Li Feng. One of those.
I was the only one who survived the depths. One after another. Many people carried me like a torch, till I was safely outside. They gave me their miasma protection device. When one fell, another took over. They trudged through the collapsing gorge, Tanjiang Hall, and finally arrived here. This isn't just the starting point of my survival. I've chosen it as my resting place. As for the other tasks, Tian Shizhuang and her group...
Who's that?
What happened?
Nothing. There are residual blight shades. Summit will handle them. Endman. Like other blight phenomena, the miasma can also interfere with communications. I am the only one with actual field experience fighting the miasma. Should anything happen, my first order is to keep you safe. Hope you remember, as long as you and the Sirenite Nexus survive, there is hope for all of this.
Are you planning to handle this like how you did with Ardashir? At a resting place of your choosing?
To keep you safe. And when necessary.
I understand.
Good. The operation shall continue. Let's go.
Did something seal the gate? Wait, the Shirenite Nexus. Why the Shirenite Nexus responded.
Yinglong pillar. The Yinglongs who came here left it here. Try using the Sirenite Nexus to activate the Sirenite within it and ward off the miasma.
Deploying safe points in the thick of a blight miasma. It must have been difficult.
It was. Hillock was responsible for this area. She did good.
Future right here! Nice.
I pulled it off, right?
Let us make sure this excellence continues.
Fear no hard fight, only a few tired.
And I was hoping you'd say that.
Strike at the power!
That Inglung pillar. Did Senior Hillock...
She sent the deployment coordinates to Instructor Jewel before she fell. It was 2 months after you left Wulong.
You can't escape gravity!
Meet your end here!
Strike at the power! This is the way.
Look there! Maybe there's a surprise waiting for us.
Orally. Acquire the entity. We'll secure it in a special device later.